Hey, what's going on, Internet? Welcome to the first episode of Rakdos Treason. One thing I failed to mention in the deck tech, like I mentioned, the Corpse Blockade is a zombie for Graveborn Muse. Also forgot to mention that the Quest for the Gravelord token, when you pop it, is a zombie as well. So, again, you kind of got to be disciplined here. I mean, we do have one Rabble Master and two Krankos commands, but if he deals with the Rabble Master, we don't really have much going on. I mean, these active Treasons aren't good without an outlet, and the Banefire on 2 lands certainly isn't good, so I'm going to mulligan that. And we're going to keep a 4-land Pyromancer, Blockade, active Treason hand. So, this is a decent start. It's not great. Playing against another red deck. So since we're planning on playing this Corpse Blockade on 3, I'm actually gonna be kind of tricksy here and not let him use his mana on a shock. That could be just extreme overcautiousness on my part, but who knows. So we got mono red Armillary Spear. So I'm certain, just like last episode, this is going to be, he's going to play a bunch of 3 toughness or less creatures, and then auras and anger of the gods. So I might play my Pyromancer. If he taps out, I'll play my Pyromancer. If he doesn't, I might wait till 5 mana. Because what I'd like to do is, you know, steal something and at least get 1 Pyromancer trigger. Like, you know, I don't want him to get use of that, you know, extra mana there. Especially if he's going to be weird and start discarding. They discarded a land. Actually now, if he wants to hit this Devouring Swarm, he can. We already have a sacrifice outlet. Let's see if he had the shock that I put him on. He didn't. So if he's just playing big dudes, we are in very good shape. And something to just practice if you are going to use this deck. Just get in the habit of sacrificing your dudes to your other dudes. Like we actually doing that, we denied him the Scry 1. So the Swarm can actually also sacrifice to itself as well. The Corpse Blockade cannot, the keyword being another creature. So something to keep in mind. So we got a Graveborn Muse. We're drawing 2 a turn. Now I know I'm being overly cautious with this Pyromancer. He might still have a shock. I don't know. I think he would have shocked that in the turn, but maybe he just really wanted the Scry and the Bolt of Keranos. So he's got another one, which sucks. So again, I'm going to deny him the Scry. So we got another mono red removal deck. But that's fine. If he's just all on removal and big dudes, I think we're going to be alright. Not real happy about losing that Graveborn Muse, though. Alright, so again, I'm just going to be patient with these young Pyromancers. It's not really a race with this deck. I mean, he's at 20. I'm not really getting anything. By just running him out there. Alright, so now I'm going to Pyromancer and Active Treason, and at least, you know, I get my 1 trigger. So he had the shock this entire time, or maybe he just drew it and didn't want to use it on the Devouring Swarm. Seismic Strike. Alright, well, he got us there. So again, we can't sacrifice. So we're just doing a little bit of damage with this Act of Treason. We lose our sacrifice outlet. So that's kind of a bummer. So he's had 3 straight removal spells. Maybe he's on the mono gutter snipe plan. So there's his shock for the Pyromancer. So 4 removal spells. So this is kind of irritating, actually. At least we know he doesn't have an Inferno Titan. If he had an Inferno Titan, he just slams it there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna Banefire that thing. And hope what we got on board is good enough. Yeah, the mono removal plan. This is ridiculous, dude. These fucking draws from these guys. But anyways, at least we got value, or some value, from each one of our Pyromancers, so... He basically used a removal spell on each Pyromancer to shrink it to a 1/1 with no abilities, which is better than just, you know, him trading a removal spell for a Pyromancer. Another Armillary Spear, so... The God Draw would be a Blasting Station, because he can't hit that unless he's running main deck artifact removal. In which case, I will remove my own head and throw it out the window, because that would be ridiculous. But he could have a Banefire of his own. He is nowhere near dying. And we'll just sandbag these lands for future Bloodghasts. Don't really need the extra land. I mean, maybe we have the Active Trees to give our Charmbreaker Devils haste, but it's a mono red Bone Wand. Okay, that's a problem. We have no way to deal with the Sphinx Bone Wand, and we're just going to be drawing lots of lands. We already used our Banefire, so yeah, we might want to play a dude and Active Treason it, so let's just start playing these lands. I mean, really all our dudes are 3 mana. I mean, we can Active Treason our own Goblin Rabblemaster if it comes to that. But if he plays an Inferno Titan, we're dead. Actually, no. Because I can act it and pump it too. So yeah, I should be playing out these lands just in case that shit occurs. So he must have another Banefire in his hand. He probably has a Resounding Thunder actually just to finish us off, or a Bolt of Keranos. I mean, mono red removal with Armillary Spear, and we flood out like fucking crazy. So we already used our Bane. I mean, we had to use our Banefire there to kill that Gutter Snipe, or we'd have been dead a long time ago. Show us the other Banefire, or that. Alright, so we're still in this. I mean, it's not likely we're gonna win. But there's no reason to give this haste. Any spell that he draws and we're dead. So did we get top decked? I mean, hitting him with his own Inferno Titan is no longer an out, so that sucks. There's not a whole lot to be done. We're gonna have to draw. So come on, man. Yeah, you're real cool. So I mean, there's really nothing. I mean, he's on the mono removal deck. The fact that he got rid of our I mean, he just killed all our dudes. Like, it was ridiculous. I want to count them. I wanted to count the amount of removal spells he dropped on us. Final problem 24 has been replaced by AI, so my connection failed. Fucking bullshit. I'm fucking still online. Fucking duels. Piece of shit. Probably because I tried to pause the game at the end and look at his graveyard. But I mean, I don't know. That was the absolute mono removal deck into fucking Armillary Spear into Bone Wand. Maybe that deck's good. I don't know. But the Seismic Strike of all things on our Corpse Blockade, like, just really ruined everything. So probably just a burn deck, actually. Just a burn deck with Gutter Snipe. Maybe he runs a Titan. But it looked like he was just on all burn spells. So, I don't know. I guess that's good against some decks. Definitely good against our deck. I mean, we had no creatures to steal. So, yeah, we're going to pause the game and come back with another one. I mean, there's really nothing we could have done in that last game. That was just kind of a stupid draw there. Be right back. Alright, hey guys, I'm back. That took, I don't know, 3 minutes. I had to quit and relaunch duels because it was being stupid. And speaking of being stupid, come on guys, it takes long enough to find the fucking lobby. Press your fucking ready button. Like, this whole thing, like, don't fucking start a lobby and then just sit there or go away and do something else. Pay fucking attention. It's like those assholes at red lights. Like, you know, they're the first person at a red light and then all of a sudden they're fucking off on their phone or whatever, and then the light turns green, everyone's ready to go, and all they're doing is delaying other people. So, people like this should probably be castrated. Or whatever the female equivalent would be if this person is a female. This is fucking stupid. There we go, fucking finally. Thank you for playing, sir. Anyways, back to that last deck. Actually, you know, I was a little bit salty about that, but that guy had this is a pretty cool deck. The mono red Armillary Spear deck. It's actually, you know, Armillary Spear is pretty good. It's just a draw 2. Just always draw lands. But, you know, when you're playing, you know, shit like Volcanic Geyser, Seismic Strike, Banefire, I mean, those are good draws to have. Alright, so Plakemper, 70 card. Yep. What up, auras? I'm going to fucking destroy the aura deck. At least hopefully. Hopefully he's not just sitting on a 3,000 God Willings. So I don't know, I actually kind of was intrigued by that deck. I might actually try and build it here. Maybe I'll play it, you know, after this episode's over. So we have the old, well, I'm definitely playing a Pyromancer. Like, I'm not going to do anything with it. The question is, depending on what he does, I might just play the Rabblemaster. Start generating tokens that way. This all depends on what he does. Squadron Hawks. Yeah, it's time to start generating tokens with Rabblemaster and shooting down his force. So we're gonna take a little bit of damage here. I'm not too concerned about his life total yet. He went first, so it looks like he's choked on lands. And just find your Squadron Hawks. He got the other 3. I guess he just makes sure he doesn't have a discard. He hasn't played a land yet. Deciding on if he wants to trade a Caracal with a Pyromancer. If you can hear me, Plakemper. Oh, he did have a land. I'm not making that trade. Now the hilarious part about all this is I bet you I get absolutely destroyed by a Solemn Offering, which he most assuredly is running. Because why wouldn't he? But at least we have a Corpse Blockade as another outlet. We just won't be able to shoot his guys down. which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to do next turn, I'm going to station. I'm going to shoot. Ah, fuck. Well, I mean, at least we can get rid of it. I'm going to station, shoot his Hawk, and then shoot his Caracal, so he doesn't get the token with Brimaz. Because you want to station first. Actually, let's play our land first and bluff a shock. So we want to shoot the Hawk, sacrifice the Goblin, go to combat. The other Goblin comes into play, untaps the Blasting Station. And before combat even starts, we don't want him to get a token off that Brimaz. Or at least an extra token. And we'll just say here, he'll get one token off the Brimaz, but we're going to act a Treason it. And we're just going to absolutely murder his entire team. So, I mean, he's going to do 8 to us. He does not want to sacrifice that Caracal. Alright, so we'll take 6. That I'm okay with. Alright, so let's do a little math here. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can slay his entire team. So we don't need that extra. Alright, so we're going to deal damage to the Paragon. We got to make sure that Blasting Station stays untapped for the final Brimaz sacrifice. Alright, so that comes into play. Want to hit the Paragon with that. Yep. So let's see here. This'll work. Brimaz token comes into play. Want to make sure we do this correctly. Untap trigger on the stack. Shoot the Caracal with that token. Blasting Station will untap. I had to get the timing just right on that. Like maybe I lost a point of damage with the Brimaz. And then we'll shoot his last token with his own Brimaz. So we did that just right. That's actually pretty easy to fuck up, so just make sure you're paying attention, especially when you got all these different token generators showing up. So I think we're just going to use all our tokens to kill his dudes again. Actually, I need to use the Krankos command to shoot down the Pride Mate. Alright, so let's see here. Yeah, the reason to run 2 Blasting Stations, you don't really get a whole lot of use out of the second one. Sometimes you do, but... Alright, so I'm actually going to... sacrifice the Elemental. In this case, We do want to keep our goblins around since, you know, we are going to be getting in with our Rabble Master. With the untap trigger on the stack. I also want to get in with this Pyromancer as well. So with this last goblin, so we've successfully cleared the way. Nope, don't need to use it this time. So we're getting 4, 6. And we have another Treason effect if he plays a Baneslayer. Do we need to play the blockade? Yeah, just in case he has a Solemn Offering, like we should have that up. And also just in case we draw Graveborn Muse. So we can play 2 Hawks, but we can immediately just kill them both. Yeah, sure. It's already untapped. Because Blasting Station is colorless, God's Willing will not save it. So we'll just sack that. Nope, wait. See, almost did it wrong. Gotta pay attention. We want to do damage to that and sacrifice that. Just kind of be deliberate if you are going to take this deck out for a spin with your Blasting Stations. Yes. So in this particular case, we're actually going to shoot down that Squadron Hawk because we want to get through with the young Pyromancer. Well, we're going to wait for the Rabble Master trigger to go on the stack before we shoot it with the other goblin. So Rabble Master trigger is on the stack. Target Squadron Hawk. Sacrifice goblin. And I probably fucked that up. Yeah, I should have waited for it to actually resolve since there's no other goblin in play. So I fucked up there. We played a land. I don't think we need to play a land, and I don't think we need to play another Blasting Station either. He must have just top decked that, because I think he would have played that before all that other stuff. So he's actually just dead. He didn't have the Righteous Blow, and then we just hit him with the last 1 point of damage. So kind of clunky, but it gets the job done. It's a good thing he didn't have that Hall of Triumph, you know, before we started playing all the other shit, because then that would have made things a lot trickier. But take that mono white. Fuck all you guys who use that. Try and build something else, people. Learn the game. Alright, so that's it for this evening. Now it's 2 games, probably over 20 minutes there. We'll be back tomorrow. And like I said, that first game, I'm actually not too salty about. It's actually very, I've never tried to build, honestly, this whole time, I've never really tried to build a mono red deck. Just been, you know, mostly tinkering with all the other archetypes. But that particular mono red deck, it seemed like it had a little bit of promise. The first thing I'd probably do to it is just take out those gutter snipes. Like, just go like a straight burn removal deck. I like the Bone Wand. I don't know if I'd play an Obelisk or not. I probably just wouldn't even play any creatures, to be honest with you. Like, maybe like a Storm Breath Dragon, that's it. But, alright guys. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.